Today's going to be an action-packed day. We are at a national park at the base of Arenal Volcano in La Fortuna. There's 4 parks that surround the volcano. Our taxi driver, who was training to be a tour guide, gave us the lowdown on what they're like. So he said, in order of worst to best, you have the national park, because they don't really put much money into it apparently. Then you have the ecological park, which is closest to La Fortuna. Then Arenal 1968 Park. And then what he considers the best, and where we are now, is the Observatory Park. He did work here for 2.5 years, so he might be slightly biased, but there's 11 kilometers of trails around here. So we're going to be hiking those trails, hopefully going up to, not Arenal Volcano, there's a sleeping volcano with a lake at the top. See some toucans, see some wildlife, hopefully see some sloths. I don't know. We better see some sloths today. It's our last day. And then afterwards, should be about 4 hours, we might go ziplining to complete La Fortuna. Now let's go on the hunt for some sloths. So here's the plan. This is the main entrance, and we're going to go around the frog pond and then follow the red trail all the way up, all the way to here. And then apparently they say it's closed, but you can go up here to a lake. There's a couple of waterfalls along the way, on the way back. Better get going. So first stop is the top of a 28-meter tower above the canopy. I forgot another logistics part. This is supposedly the best, but it's also the cheapest at $10 or $12 if you're into that sort of cost saving. But yeah, we're at the top. It's swaying quite a lot. It's a beautiful view, and that, oh nope, that is the volcano. After 5 days, we are yet to see the top. I think people only see it for a few minutes a day. Apparently there's over 500 species of birds here. Still no sloths. So on the drive here, there was a load of these bushes or flowers. They're really beautiful. Our taxi driver said that whilst they look very nice, some people make tea out of them, because not only are they poisonous, but they are also a very strong hallucinogenic. So, fun fact for you. Quick stop off at reception, because I lost my sunglasses and I had to find them. Nick, Sam, if you're watching that, you'll understand. But now we have to start the trek proper. But it looks pretty ominous because the sky is fairly grey. It's raining. Good thing I have an anorak, which I am unlikely to use because somebody will claim it. Some very strange trees. If anybody has the answer, let me know. But they look like they've lost their bark, and they're multicoloured. A whole load of them over there. Still no sloths. The weather changes very quickly here, as you would expect, considering we're in like a volcanic mountain range.
Lucky me, I had my anorak with me.
It was raining 20 minutes ago. That's why I'm now in a more classic t-shirt. What's up, buddy? Did I interrupt you having a good old scratch? Yeah, get that scratch. I think we've figured it out. This must be the bark, and it just strips off. It's green underneath. Hence the multicoloured tree. I wonder why they do that. Any hypothesis?
Let me Google that for you.
Great website. We're in the forest now. The rain has started. We went looking for a waterfall, couldn't find it. Sloth update number 3, no sloths. Hopefully we'll have more luck at the Green Lagoon. Navigation is hard with this map. So, we've been trying to find this trail up to the Green Lagoon, but everything's sort of cordoned off with barbed wire. So, I'm just trying to find this smaller waterfall. It does feel like you're really in the jungle here. There's no real paths. Lots of bugs. Everything looks like a snake. And everything's very wet, but it's lovely. It's not a big waterfall, wouldn't really call it a waterfall, but it feels like you're in Jurassic Park here. Wow. So Luis is lovely, but I think he might have told us a fib. I think 1968 or the ecological park might be a bit closer to nature. What do you think?
Definitely.
There's a lot of open farmland here. It feels like I've just sort of got lost on a golf course somewhere. There's, I don't know, maybe 400 meters of like forest trail. It's a perfectly lovely walk, but not quite what I was expecting. Not as many birds, no monkeys, definitely no sloths. No sloths. Sloth update, 0. Looks like we're gonna go home empty-handed. Farah's not only tired, but she's also not a fan of walking.
No, as I said, I hate walking. How many hours are we walking?
Probably only 2 hours of walking.
Like
2.5. We did a lot of backtracking trying to find the trail up to the Green Lagoon, but it looked shut, which didn't help us out.
So we decided to do the nature trail 3 times.
Yep. The final attraction, the hang bridge. It doesn't look too bad.
It's not as shaky as the one.
It's more stable than the mystical hang bridges. Oh, he says we seem to have hit the frequency. she's sort of fed up. She's hang bridged and waterfalled out.
No, but you'd rather do the mystical hanging bridges than those.
Yeah, definitely.
The mystical ones
The mystical hanging bridges are nicer,
yeah,
higher,
longer, higher,
above the canopy. Do you want to do one final waterfall? It's just here.
No, I don't. You wanna?
We might as well.
Let's go there.
So we're just approaching the end of the walk, and I think I've come to the conclusion, do this first, because the waterfall's nice, the hanging bridge is nice, some of the trails are nice, but if you do all of the other attractions that are specific to those items, like the mystical hanging bridges, like La Fortuna waterfall, then all of these little or smaller ones don't really compare. So do this first and do the other ones afterwards, and you can build your expectations. It was a relaxing half-day walk. And now, was it relaxing?
No, it wasn't relaxing. It was not very nice. It's actually, no, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend to do this. It's just, if you have lots of time and you don't know what to do, just come here, but not if you're on a schedule.
You can skip it, I would say. It's not relaxing for her because she doesn't like walking. Maybe Arenal 1968 is better, and you can camp there overnight, apparently. Can I recommend the Observatory Park? No. Try another one. I'm sure there's some really nice, I say really nice so often. I'm sure there's better walks to do.
That would explain why this one is only $10.
Yeah, so this one's the furthest one away and it's the cheapest. So, does that reflect on things?
We did
Probably.
that because somebody's very cheap.
No, we did it because
So, that's not true. We did it on recommendation.
Luis, you're biased. You're biased because you worked here. Oh well. The views from the restaurant are good. Really good, and the view from the tower above the canopy was also peaceful and one of the best views we've had. So maybe just do there's a small loop that takes you about 15 minutes next to the restaurant. Don't bother with the bigger 2-hour loop. Okay, and the final point is that 70% of it looks a bit too much like Europe.
Yeah.
And there's no damn sloths.